In this video, I'm going to be guiding you through the classification of businesses for the IGCSE Business Studies for Chapter 1. We will be covering 1.2.1 and 1.2.2. So first of all, what is business classification? So businesses are classified into three different sectors. The first sector is the primary sector, which is the extraction of natural resources from the land. So these jobs or these activities can include farming, mining, fishing, woodcutting, and coffee picking. So what these have in common is that we are all taking from what the earth has got to offer, and we are using it for our own benefits. Next, we have the secondary sector. So this is when the manufacture of goods using the resources that we have taken from the primary sector. So we manufacture cars, so we are making cars. The steel industries are refining steels, so they can refine it into whatever we want it to be. So this could be railroad rails, this could be rebar, or anything steel-based. Cloth production, so the clothes that we currently wear, that's produced somewhere, and that's in the secondary sector. And coffee roasting. So coffee is roasted somewhere when it's picked from the farm. And that's usually all in the secondary sector. Lastly, the tertiary sector, also known as the service sector. And the service sector include banking services, investment services, hotel services, travel agencies, and hair salons. Now, as you can see from these examples, you don't have a physical product for you to touch and feel, but most of these, if not all of these, are experiences or services that someone else is doing for you. Now, there has been a change of the importance of the sectors in different countries. So countries that are more developed will have a higher level of education, which means that the income increases and the demand for the tertiary sector therefore increases, such as the banking sector and the services sectors. On the other hand, industrialization will move a country from predominantly being in the primary sector into the secondary sector. So an example of this would be China, as China are the manufacturer of the world. And now we move on to the private sector and the public sector. So the private sector are private individuals that own and run a business who have their own aims and objectives. Their main objective is to make profit and also to expand and to increase their market share. And some examples of these are Apple, Adidas, and Tesla. And there are many other private businesses out there that are there to make money. On the other hand, there's the public sector businesses who are owned predominantly by the government, and they have their own sets of aims and objectives. First of all, their first objective is to meet government targets, so usually this will be in their macroeconomic targets. They need to provide a public service and to provide free and affordable services for the general public. So these include the Indian Railways, public libraries. This also can include education like schools, hospitals, medicine, infrastructure, etc., etc. So the public sector, their main aim is to benefit society. And now we moved on to the solved examination questions. So this is a paper 1A styled question. Identify two objectives for the business organization in a public sector. So it gives affordable services for all, and also it is able to provide services for everyone. So because we have identified the two correct identification points, that gives us 2 marks. This is a D-styled question from paper 1. Identify and explain 2 ways in which the objective of GOP might be different if it was in the private sector. So the first way is to increase market share. This will increase competition for its oil. Second, to maximize profit. As profit is now the incentive, they can make better quality oil more reliably for its pipeline. Because I've got 6 points here, that's 6 out of 6. Now, if you don't know any of the examination strategies, please look into the link in the description for a full tutorial of how to utilize good examination strategies. Lastly, using the data from Table 3.1, explain 2 possible reasons for the changing importance of the primary sector in country X. My first reason is industrialization. This will lead to more jobs created in the secondary sector, as the secondary sector grew by 15%. Reason 2, higher levels of education, as people are seeking higher paying jobs, as the tertiary sector has grown by 25%. Now, these percentages I've got from the data from Table 3.1, which you can't see, but please assume that I am correct. This will be 6 out of 6. I hope that was useful. I hope that was helpful. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye bye.